All right, welcome in, builders. We're back with some more Dustland deliveries, and in danger of jinxing myself, possibly with fixed internet. They did some more tweaks on something on my end, and apparently they did find something maintenance-wise that was causing interference on the node that I am in, and dare I say it, it's been pretty rock solid the last couple days. So we'll see. Knowing my luck, it'll immediately start going haywire, and I do see that California's lagging a little bit, but that hasn't been our problem. So maybe if Babble's been a good boy, maybe his internet will actually work. We shall see. I really appreciate the guy I've been working with has been a little more on it than the one I had previously. So hopefully is all I can say. But I'm gonna be so hopeful. I'm gonna actually hide my monitoring software so I don't have to look at it, and we're just gonna watch drop frames. All right, well, back. We did take a couple days off, both a combination of I just needed to get some other things done and just the internet being annoying. So hopefully we're gonna be back to regular schedule here. If the interwebs are fixed, it's a good thing. Axe, you have no idea how much that would be a good thing for me. And hey, bruh, how's it going, man? We dusting and driving? We are. You're playing New Vegas. Nice. I never actually played New Vegas. I never really got deep into the Fallout series. So, I don't know, maybe something I need to check out at some point. All right, recap of where we were last time. We are working on our main storyline, and to do that, we are trying to save this town, Tanaris, from getting attacked by basically the mob in Civitas. So right now, they have 3 different armies that are like grouping up to attack, and we're trying to go around and do something about that. We did some tasks for the group of mercenaries that are over here. But what they're telling us is our final task is we need to deliver 50 tires. We are basically broke, so we're not going to be able to afford 50 tires. So we're going to need to do some work. We're going to need to find some jobs or something. We don't have any timed tasks, so I think that's what we're going to start with. Tires aren't super expensive, but we do need quite a few of them. So we definitely need to get a couple deliveries in just to make some cash. Let's see if the bar has any deliveries that we could possibly do. A librarian. Hey, J-Rob, good to see you again. I saw you on Discord earlier. It has been a hot minute. I hope things have been well for you. By the way, I like how the maps in this game are effectively stages of a bigger story. Yeah, there's a tutorial map, this map, and then 2 more maps. There's a harder, I believe it's hard, and then the other one is the DLC map. And I think each one's their own campaign. So like there is an end, I think, to this story if we go that far. I don't know how long Dustland Delivery is going to continue on, but there is an actual ending, which I do like. This map is the high watermark. Wow, that's saying something. The tutorial is the founding of Tanaris. Oh, interesting. Bro says, about to meet the professor who will supervise your thesis today. Kind of nervous. Yeah, you got it, bruh. You got it. DLC map has the survivors being driven underground. Yeah, there's some weird underground mechanics in the DLC. Okay, artwork delivery to Hollywood. I don't even recognize that name. That would be quite a journey, so probably not drive into Hollywood. We're too low for that person. Sanctuary. Okay, again, not even remotely close to us, unfortunately. And you? We're too low. Okay, well, that's a little bit of a rip there. All right, so we need to make some money and / we need to get some deliveries. So let's see, tires, water, chicken. I'm just looking for something I can go and sell. You need wood. You don't sell wood though. Where's my wood one? Is it you? It is. Okay, let's head that direction. So let's go ahead and get ourselves something like this. If we don't find a mission here, we'll head up there, we'll buy some wood, and then we'll come and try to sell it. A couple deliveries is what I would actually like. Oh, we probably should have slept there too. Also, we are really, really hot. Hang on a second. Let's cool off here a little bit. What? Yeah, we're in summer. Oh, and now it rains. Perfect. Let's just keep driving. Go to trees and chop the wood. That's true. It's so tiring though. I would need to go somewhere and rest first anyways. If you are not a member of your relationship with any faction, will gradually decay down to 40. Okay, I don't know why we're specifically getting that message right now. Also, I didn't put my pin in a good enough place. I really should have rested before we left. That was a little bit of an oops. It's been a hot minute since we were on. Just camp out in the woods. We could. We'll see what we can buy. We are really low on money. I mainly just want to see if we can do a delivery first. So, old train. There's all kinds of weapons and a bunch of dead bodies. No, thank you. Day 150 and brother's still scraping by. Well, it's not my fault I have to purchase 50 tires to deliver to some mercenaries. I feel like that cannot be blamed on me. I did not cause that situation. Okay, and of course you don't have a bar. All right, well, we can still sleep here. Close, leave. I want to camp. And we are going to sleep. There we go. I also probably should have double checked since it's been so long. Okay, we are running a bit low on food. We also have 10 inevitable. Yeah, get rid of that. Crab ration. Okay, I think we're just gonna make some ration soup here since we're camping anyways. Let's cook water rations. I forget, can I add a meat to that? No, I cannot. I feel like this is the equivalent of like making ramen and like adding like an egg to it or something. I feel like that should be an edible meal. All right. Oh, and of course a dust storm stick picks up now. Okay, we'll just do a second sleep and then we'll head out. And actually, hang on a second. Let's also change our location. So let's hit that. We'll just go around and we'll go up here. I forgot how much I really enjoy the animations of the truck as we're driving around. I think that's such a nice little detail. I'm still scratching my head why we don't have a fuel gauge down here, but it is what it is. Oh, we need 3 infected meat. We've only got 2. All right, sorry, friend. My naked zombie friend. Okay, we have infection 29. We're gonna search. We're gonna do the longer search. Found some scrap, got some materials. We had all kinds of stuff that we're hoping to craft. So we'll just keep hitting those as we go by. You've beaten the next map's entire story and you're working on Sheol. Oh, nice. Just out of curiosity, Axe, how long did it take you to beat this map? If you happen to have an inkling of that. Runner, you caught Chemist flirting with Marksman. You is furious. I am furious. Oh, you did the next one? I gotcha. Started on the hard map? I gotcha. You've arrived in a mountain way. Okay, step 1, bar. Do you have a delivery that is interesting to me? We have 1 available. Road Construction Bureau is purchasing parts. I mean, we need to make some decent cash. We could skirt through here. We could go do the coffee quest that we've got, and then we could go do that. I don't hate that. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, we have one person who's really tired. I don't think I want to sleep here, though. Do I or do I not want to buy? I do want to buy fuel. So maybe, yeah, we are going to be broke. We will try to bargain that because I am really broke. Okay. Womp womp. Let's reset that. Now, let's not get that yet. Okay, you're not going to have a bar or anything, so you're kind of useless to me. All right, let's zip to here. We'll go to there. Go to there. We'll cross. Yeah, we'll cross, and then I think we will do that quest. And we'll just start heading south to go turn that one in. It was very, very short, to be honest. All the infighting and subterfuge on this map is just gone in the next one since the zombie hordes are attacking from all directions. Ah, gotcha. Not far off the road, you see a wreckage of an airplane. The charting on the hole indicates there was a huge explosion when it crashed. Yeah, we'll check it. Didn't find anything. Must have been a budget airplane. Wow. Yep, that one had nothing but dynamite on it. Hey, Bolararva. The premise is we are in a post-zombie apocalypse in the Dustlands on this map, and we decided to become a trucker. So we've been ferrying goods around, doing trade routes, etc. And there's a bit of a political story going on that we are trying to save a town that's going to be attacked by basically post-apocalyptic mob, I guess. Is how I guess I would talk. Another plane. All right, let's recon it. Weapons and dead bodies. We will not play around with that. Thank you very much. Uber driver in the Fallout world. Yeah, I guess we're more like Uber Eats or Amazon delivery. How are we doing? All right, we're almost out of the infected zone. That was pretty smooth sailing. You know, I've definitely learned so much from this playthrough. Like, if I was gonna start again, I think my character build was fine, but I would have started with a good weapon, maybe even two, to the detriment of anything else. That would be such a kickstart at the beginning. Okay, tornado, let's try to wait it out. It seems like this is total random chance whether it's good or bad to wait or run. Rain. Our water's fine. We've arrived at the landfill. Okay, let's search that. Give me those crafting materials. Come on. Oh, pig iron. Excellent. All right, where are we heading? Okay, we're looking to cross the... In fact, actually, I think this might actually be more efficient. We'll do that. And zoom over there. When you get the legendary automatic rifles, you don't need attack or defense. We actually have some okay gear. We've got a shotgun and a katana. We've got a crowbar and a shotgun, and we have a legendary rifle and a legendary blade. We're heartbroken. That's that. Why would you do this, chemist? I thought we had a thing. Remember when we kicked the other girl out because we kept making out and it made you uncomfortable, and this is how you repay me? It's ridiculous. Also, I really... no, we are not buying any pets. We need to actually stop and get a quick rest. So let's change our location here slightly. Okay, and camp. And sleep. There we go. How's our food? Okay, we got plenty of stuff cooked up. Alright, let's map, reset. Head up there. Go. The relationship mechanics of this game are very irritating. I agree. I guess that's the other thing. Maybe it would be worthwhile to make your character like specifically monogamous. I think that's one of the traits. But the problem is then you still have to find another character who's monogamous and then get them into a relationship. Yeah, look at this. I'm getting absolutely destroyed by this. Stressing me out. I guess we could, yeah, keep re-rolling the trait. It's her that's causing the problems. Now we've arrived at the place. Hill of Beans. Find the coffee factory. Acquired 5 coffee. A huge coffee factory turns out to be a modest cafe. One that was looted a long time ago. Mountain of beans, more like a hill of beans. Still, he managed to find a fair amount of coffee. Okay, we got a bunch of XP because we hadn't been here before. I mean, we may as well search, I suppose, while we're here. That is actually really infected. I don't think I want to search it that much. You got anything to trade here? Coffee, med, salt, tires. I don't have anything to sell except for ammo and fuel. We could sell coffee. I don't think I want to. Search once. All right, we'll chance it. What's the worst that could happen, right? Okay, so some pre-fall materials, gear, connector, widget, foil, glass, and some pig iron. Okay, fine. All right, so next, this is where we're heading to turn in our quest. We have not been here. Maybe haven't been there either. We could use those books. I'm just thinking we could get some extra XP if we headed this way. It's still in the right direction, basically. Yeah, let's do that. We're okay. We're not like super duper tired. Infected swarm, no thank you. Definitely gonna flee from that. Our risk is not particularly going down. There we go, finally. Bad idea, mega raid if you stay in the red. Is it because that this risk is going down slowly because we're in the red? So we should at least like pop out and reset it. We are definitely going lower by heading out. Yes, okay. Gotcha. We have mostly had been avoiding, I'll just go around for now. Mostly we've been avoiding the big red, so. Yeah, we did find out that the higher the infection, the more risk builds up quickly. An oasis? Sure. We'll chance it. We got plenty of ammo. All right, we have 2 points here. We're probably looking for a trait, if I remember right. No, I don't remember right. We were giving him some basic skills here. Arrived at hope. Okay. Give him that. And that. I want to be able to have somebody who can do those events. Okay, we had not been here before. They have a store. Fuel. I wouldn't mind a little bit more fuel. Our scrap's actually pretty good at the moment. We found a decent chunk there. Rations, eggs. Let's buy some eggs. That'll be for our use. And we'll buy some shrimp. We'll buy some scallops. And I will buy fuel. I actually want like 1,000. Maybe even a smidgen more. We'll try to bargain that one. Okay. Now we're back into reasonable amounts of gas. All right, so let's leave. We don't need to rest. We're good there. Am I okay on food? We're still good on food. Okay, so we are heading here. We've also never been to Hope Hills. Let's hit Hope Hills while we're up here. And then we'll hit that. A little bit of a weird route, but it'll be fine. We'll do that. Hey, Abby, how's it going? Your truck died. Ouch. Man, that sucks. There's nothing worse than having car troubles. I had, oh geez, how long would this be? Like maybe 5 or 6 years ago? Yeah, pre-COVID. I had an oil change at just a national change of oil changing places. Drove home just fine. Next morning, I'm driving to work, and I'm like, what is that weird noise? Like halfway to work. Well, what had happened was somehow, whether it was their mistake or it was a faulty part, the gasket on the new oil filter they installed had blown out like 100 yards from my driveway. and I sprayed out all my oil. And then I drove for several miles without realizing it because I didn't hear it right away. Luckily, I must have had just enough oil left that it didn't cause any actual damage because I'm still driving that car now. But man, I was pissed. I could have literally killed the engine. Like, it was doing the like ting 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 little tapping noises. You do not want to hear tapping noises when you're low on oil. Let me tell you. I will say, as annoying as sucky as it was, they did refund my oil exchange and they paid for the mechanic I took it to because I'm like, well, I'm obviously not taking it back to you guys. Yes, it is, Ian. Yes, it is. So my theory was there was just enough oil left in the system that it was okay, but that very well could have been the end of my car. And yeah, it sucked. And of course you need your car to go to, say, I don't know, work. So you have to like, find a ride, and it was so annoying. Luckily, it only took a few days to get back in order and whatnot, but who knows how much damage that did, you know? Okay, it is really raining here. There's a farm. What's that do? Ordinary little farm. What do we want to do? Well, we're obviously going to talk to the farmer's daughter. Unlike her father, the farmer's daughter comes across as very fashionable. Okay, we'll charm her. Despite her prickly exterior, the farmer's daughter is actually pretty chatty. She takes great interest in your stories from the outside world, especially your tales about fighting bandits and the infected. You guys seem not boring. Want to get drunk? No, we're not going to do any underage drinking. We got called a narc. Okay, that was a little weird. Okay, deliveries. Civitas. No, Civitas is all mad at us. They're big mad. Okay, they want me to get sugarcane. No, thank you. I'm not interested. All right, well, that was a bit of a wash, frankly. All right, such that it is. Out of curiosity, Ian, do you know what's wrong with the truck? You come across this small thicket. You think there might be a small animal in there. Yes, now we finally actually have the hunting to do these properly. It's just the wind, he says optimistically. Give you a Left 4 Dead vibes. Dude, it's such a Valve thing, but how have we not got Left 4 Dead 3? I really, really liked Left 4 Dead 1, and I think that 2 was a better one. And I really appreciated that they forward ported all the maps and characters into 2. Valve can't count to 3. You know, Axe, you might be onto something there. Supply cache as good as new. Excellent. 20 rations. Probably not worth it if I'm being honest, but there it is. I guess I'm lucky. I never got like super duper into Half-Life, but like my one friend who was super into it, for years he was on the hopium of, guys, they're gonna release Half-Life 3. It's coming any day now. I saw a thing where they saw this thing and it was a secret message that Half-Life 3 was coming out. It would be really nice to get a Left 4 Dead 3, but who knows, it'd probably be crap nowadays. Maybe it's best if we just have our happy memories. You come across a huge convoy of vehicles. Sure. What do you know? They're a merchant. Fuel, tires. You know what? I actually need a bunch of tires to sell or to give these other dudes. Wait a minute. Did I salvage up 40 something tires when we were at that bean place and I didn't notice? Because we need 50 tires. Yes, I did. Oh, holy crap. I did not read that dialogue properly then. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna finish the quest we took and then we can turn around to go turn that in. Because we only need 50 and I can afford that now. There you go. You are not a member in relation with any faction. Okay. Am I having a bunch of factions that are decaying? Like, what is going on here? Is it must be Tanaris is decaying. I mean, do we just throw our lot in with them? We could join them. We're doing all their stupid missions. Yeah, I finally caught that. I didn't realize we were that high. We must have got a lot from the main story quest. You need 75? Fair enough. I guess I don't need to think too hard about that then. Okay. Landfill. Yep. Search. We'll do the big one. Get attacked. That's okay. Big iron. Good. All right. Nothing we need to worry about. We will let them get a bit closer and then get rid of them. And by get rid of them, I mean just whiff horrifically. All right, we have plenty of attack. In fact, I didn't even need to shoot that other time. Gotta remember that. Yep, and now we have 3 long pork. Good. All right. There you go, depart. You're exhausted? I am exhausted. Well, let's see if we can make it to town by chance. If we can't, we have to stop and rest. We have to stop. It's fine. Why is our engine smoking? It's steam. It's from this temperature down here. We are in summer, so it's just kind of hot. We don't need to worry unless it maxes out. That's a bank. Yep. Fair. Yeah, we are not playing with the bandits either. All right, let's see if we can find a spot with low infection, and we'll camp. All right, get to sleep. And you know what? Let's just do twice. How we doing on food? We're still fine. All right, and set up. The train is always bandits. Oh, that's good to know. You really want to be strong enough for quick combat because it doesn't cost fatigue. Oh, that's good to know. Okay, yep, Dustland Mutual. I don't really have much to say about that. We don't really need to do anything here, so out of there. All right, let's tweak our route ever so slightly. I guess either way, we didn't salvage up those tires until after I had already accepted this mission, so I guess I don't feel so bad about it. No fatigue or resources. Nice. So no ammo is what you're saying. I think we've only ever had one quick battle. Okay, here we go. Fishing skills. We got 10 crabs. There you go. Yeah, we'll need some more tires. There's a place we can buy tires right over there. We were just broke, so we couldn't do it. All right, we'll search it up. Good. And part. We'll probably hit this on the way back out too. Is a shotgun better or worse than a bolt action? I guess I could look at that. So, no, annoyingly. Travel 100,000 kilometers. Nice. Much worse. Okay. And it's because of the accuracy and single shot, right? Okay, 1 attribute point. I think we are waiting for another trait for you, but let's get that to stop blinking so it doesn't drive me insane. All right, that was our timed task. We have nothing I really want to do here. Now, question is, do we go back the same way we just came, or do we go down here? We could try to go do this mission. This was buried treasure. I don't know how deadly it is. We could clear that out though. What do you guys think? Deadly treasure and then we go out this way, back up where we need to be? Or do we head the top? Plus 100 enemy combat power? Yeah, that would probably be pretty iffy then. I'd say we could comfortably do like 50 or 60 for like guaranteed. So probably not. Okay. Deadly always. Ah, okay. Gotcha. All right, that's fine. We'll just back out the way we came. Don't really need to do this. Yeah, I just really don't care. And then I think we'll just cut through here. And then we're looking... You're the tire place, right? Yeah. Sure. Sure. All right. On the road, we got plenty of water. We got plenty of fuel. We have extra money to buy a few tires because we're going to need a few spares. Our food's holding out. Yeah, we're fine. Nope. No extra dogs. Landfill. Search. Grab. Once we complete this leg of the quest, we'll go check out the crafting stuff again. We had pretty much emptied out our crafting materials, if I remember right. Deadly is no joke. Oh. I can't believe chemists would do this to us. Heartbroken. Absolutely heartbroken. Dustland Mutual, Little Split, Mountain Branch. You've arrived at the Dustland Mutual. All right, well, I don't need anything there. We will just continue. Continue on. You could just break up with her. What UI is that under? Maybe we need to do that. Although, I guess we're not super duper stressed out. We're okay. Yeah, my girlfriend's cheating on me, but have you tasted this ration soup? It's not bad. 10 crabs. Are you sure we got that from the Oasis? Okay, just a second. Advanced ration soup. There you go. I really hope that the other two sides of this 3-part quest that we're on are nowhere near as annoying as this one. But I have a feeling. I have a feeling. That was actually really good stuff there. I think that's a lot of the stuff we actually wanted. Alright. Yeah, I have to say, so far, we've put, oh geez, I don't even know, 10 plus hours into this game, at least for me. Not bad. Not bad. I definitely feel like I got my money's worth. I got this on Steam sale. Yeah, we'll search the boat. It's usually full of zombies. Yeah, okay. For once it wasn't. We were going slow through the mountains. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good little title. For the people who played through it, what would you say the time to beat the game is? Like if you were gonna beat the 3 maps, say 20 hours, 30 hours, if you knew what you were doing and just were straight playing it. I know I play slow because I'm streaming, so I'm not exactly a great judge of playtime. 30 hours to beat the 3rd map? Gotcha. That's that. We were driving so slow. You know what? Let's stop for a second. We'll collect some rainwater. Just in case we need to cool that engine down again. Caravan arrived. Okay, this is our city. Nothing I particularly want to buy. We could sell some ore. We have a whole bunch. We're not doing anything with it. We'll just sell a little bit. Clothing, yeah. We have extra water, but yeah. Not much else to do there. You spent 300 days on this map. Okay, so I'm at 163. Central gas station. We had not been here before. Fuel. We're okay on fuel. I wouldn't mind a little more. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a little bit more. We'll bargain that down if we can. We fail. Repair shop. We're not looking for upgrades. Nah. let's just get out of here. A lot of trucking to do to get us started tonight. Which is good, it'll save my voice a little bit. We're in stupid, what I would call smoke season here. It had cleared out the last few days. We had some like, not a heavy rain, but we had a rain. And it actually cleared out some, but now it's like settling back in. And just all day breathing that just really gets to my vocal cords. All right, what do you know? Merchants will buy your tires. The woman's stressed out. Well, maybe she should stop being stupid. Yeah, you are totally right about that. And we don't have any alcohol, unfortunately, so not much I can do about that. Are we okay on food? We're okay. Is what it is. Yeah, we haven't hit a place that actually has any. Yeah, maybe we need to change. We'll change targets here a little bit. We need to go somewhere that we can actually like sleep or something. Yeah, I couldn't see any UI to break up with her. Console. Okay, well, hold on. What if we did this way? The attempted consolation was successful. Stress is slightly reduced. But then his raised, so that didn't actually help. Alright, can we... Trucker has high enough opinions of each other, they have a chance to become companions. Well, that's great and all. Yeah, I'm not seeing a way that we can break up. So there you go. Then we got this creepy marksman ruining everything. Go to a bar and get freaky. We might need to. Okay, landfill. Okay, continue on. How far out are we? Okay, we're almost to a town where we might not go crazy. I have a feeling that one of us is gonna break before we get there, though. Yeah, we had a stress spiral at one point before I learned about the power of cooking. All right, recon it. They don't seem dangerous. Okay, let's rest with them. Well, look how much stress we lost there. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Now, chemist, you just don't go crazy on me. Yeah, coming in with putting a scrap. Our tires are fine. We'll buy like 15 tires or something. Okay, here we are. Step one. Let's go to the inn. Give me a standard room. Okay. Then, okay, let's try that. So if we go in here, if we do hit, nope, that's Dustwood. Engineer. Chemist. Okay, here we go. Just, just some casual cheating to raise your mood. There you go. Okay, well, disaster averted. Okay, flour, I want that. I want to actually cook some decent meals. I'll try to bargain that. And then give me some scallops and some shrimp. And in kitchen. All right, water, flour, egg, meat, bulk. Give me, actually, you know what? Just do one. Okay, that is a good recipe. I don't know why I keep messing up recipes so bad lately. All right, we can do that one. Bulk. Oops. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Kitchen. Water, flour, eggs, scallops, bulk. Give me a lot. Confirm. Okay, we used up the eggs, but we should still be good, right? Normal seafood noodles. Okay, and then give me some crab. Okay, there we go. Plenty of meals for a hot minute. Okay, we're rested, we're de-stressed. Yeah, let's just continue on. Trying to stay a little bit more laser focused. Last time we spent a lot of time running around. You are killing me. That's that. I feel like that's that. There we go. I was gonna say, I feel like that should be us breaking up. So finally, do you want to make the grudge official? We'll say no. Yeah, having the idea that there's like relationships between the characters is vaguely interesting, but it doesn't seem to do anything other than just make us really stressed out. Yeah, no reason to do it. Let's just run. Truck upgrades, we're at the point where we need like 8,000 plus scrap to even look at upgrades. I think somebody did mention we do need to do a little bit of a repair. Where are we at? Okay, we're getting close to the tires. Okay, we will search. Scrap, rations, liquids, good leather, good pig iron. And hey, Broad, how's it going? Apparently, Chunky, apparently. What's so funny is that we kicked out the other lady because she kept trying to make it into a love triangle and we kept telling her no. Okay, recon. Bad news, we will not mess with that. Man, what is with all the bandits tonight? You're really starting to dislike the chemist. Do you want to? Wow, we are really pissed. All right, so then once we get there, we're gonna go turn in the tires. Just chilling, nice. I'm like cautiously optimistic that perhaps my internet has been actually fixed. I'm very interested to see if we can get through tonight's stream. Never become lovers. Begone, winch! I'm delivering! Okay, we probably need to de-stress. Let's just hit in. We'll just do a nice sweep. We will check the bar. Mobster, what do you know, Mobster? Road Construction Bureau. That's actually really doable. What do you want? It's not worth much. Sure. And the bodyguard. Mountain Way. Yes, we could totally do that. Priest. No, not gonna procure things for you. No, thank you. Okay, so we need whatever amount of tires we want. We need to deliver 50 tires. I probably want like 12, so that we have some spares. All right, do it. This better be the last thing that this first group wants. What is this? Toxic fog. We're gonna go around that. Yeah, no thank you. Why are those contracts so bad? Don't know. They're at least right where I'm gonna be, but yes, I agree. Those are really bad contracts. Maybe contracts have to do with your faction affinity. Maybe I'm just not high and so they're giving me crappy contracts. I don't know that. I'm just guessing. What are we? Gas station. Sure, we can search that. All right, what do you know, Zombo? We can definitely quick look, quick battle. There you go, guys. You asked for it. Ask and you shall receive. Arrived at Western gas station. All right, here's your 50 tires. After counting to make sure everything's there, he turns to you. Not bad at all. It's a good start. You already know where he's going with this. One last request. We'll also need some money as a sign of good faith. Just 2,000 scrap will do it. Give us that and I promise we'll leave. You are an absolute dick, is all I have to say. All right, well, we almost have that amount. Let's just go make our other deliveries. All right. I don't even really want to stop there, frankly. Just don't even bother. All right, go. Man, we got bled dry. I guess that goes to show it might be worth your time just to have a higher level crew. So we could have done some of the other options. Our relations keep taking hits. Just out of curiosity for the people who are in here, are any of you guys following along with the Monster Breeder series? People seem to be really enjoying that one. Kind of just a, I won't call it a standout hit, but it did a lot better than I thought it was going to do. I figured that was going to be a huge flop, but people seem to kind of like it. It's an interesting game, I have to say. Says Axe. Ian says occasionally. You find a gruesome pile of dead bodies by the side of the road. Simple travelers from the looks of it. Okay, we're gonna bury them. Because apparently we can't rob them and bury them. True neutral or something here, I don't know. Alexander says it's a fun game. It's been really surprising to me. I had like the bell curve meme where I'm like, oh, it's a little too simple. And I was like, oh, this is actually kind of hard. And now I'm like, oh, okay, I think I'm starting to understand. It definitely is rough around the edges, but I think that was a solo dev, so you know, I have a little bit more leeway for something like that. It's simple yet deep. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. And I think once you get to the point where you start actually like trying to plan bloodlines, I think it becomes way more interesting than just recruiting some monsters and fighting. Because the combat, let's all be honest, it's functional. Let's put it that way. Maybe I'll think more of it once I have some monsters that have some more abilities, like ranged attacks and whatnot. But the starting monsters don't have a lot going on for them. Right, we are not buying any of your dogs, lady. Quit following us around. It's weird. Look of the game is haunted. Are you talking about Monster Breeder? A bit more Monster Rancher. The graphics are pretty harsh. I'm pretty lenient with graphics. I will say that one's a little on the rough side even for me. But and it's because I guess it's just not stylized enough. Like if it was a little more stylized, like even if it's pixel art, I think it would be better. If I had to guess, I don't think that game used AI art, but it's probably just the dev did the best he could do. And let's be honest, it's better than I could do, so. Should get a falcon. Oh, that's right, we were gonna try to do that. I had forgotten about that. Okay, one delivery down. We are already heading to the next one. We have anything interesting here? Dust Wolves, never mind. Tanaris. Mountain Rest Top. That's an annoying one to drive to. I don't think I'm interested in that one. No, thank you. We are pretty tired. Let's just hit standard room. And you know what? We could chat with you for a minute. Actually, no. Never mind. I don't want to pay you 250. You're not the chat guy. The people in Monster Breeder are creepy looking. I don't mind most of the people. The really super skinny criminal guys, they did a good job on that actually. They look like they're like malnutrition and kind of creepy looking. I've commented on it a couple times in the videos, but I actually find it's kind of funny that like we didn't have the budget to have women. Because if you notice in the game, there's no female NPCs whatsoever. Like, nah, man, we just can't afford that. Too rich for my blood. Stupid bandits, by the way. Sunash says, imagine a guy who loves Dominions complaining about graphics. Well, Dominions has its own. I don't think you'd really call that pixel art, but like, it has its own style. There's something different between your own style and like generic 3D model, if that makes any sense. I mean, I definitely think there are games out there that do look bad. Yeah, the thing about Warrior though, Broad, if you die, you're dead. Pro tip, if you die, you're dead. So just be careful if you're in anything that's lethal. That's how my first playtest ended. I got into one of those cave battles and my warrior got like one shot. So that's why I decided to go with range. Turns out that it's a drainage ditch. We caught some raw sewage. Well, there you go. Should have saved some money purchasing the art assets and hired an artist. I couldn't comment on the cost of that, but I would just assume that it was cheaper. Okay, so we are at Road Builder. We did our turn in. Okay, no time jobs. So map, reset. All right, so we have our 2K. Let's go back via here. We'll go that route. See if we can scavenge up some goods. Truck is looking mighty road warrior. Yeah, I like how the truck actually has visual upgrades. Just like in Monster Breeder, I'm impressed that when you change gear on your humans, it actually is reflected on the models. How many games have we played that that's not the case? So I will give him some credit there for sure. All right, search. We'll do the big search. We get attacked. We can do that. All right, let him get a little bit closer. Yeah, I definitely agree that that bolt action is really nice compared to what we had before. Okay, that's plenty. And we will take the long pork. 2? Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. I don't think I want to do this. Ammo, shrimp, yeah. We don't have any of that stuff. All right, out we go. Carry on. Okay, train. Yeah, look at that. The train was not an ambush. Looks like these folks are part of a merchant caravan. We'll try to trade. You know what? I will buy the ammo. We have been shooting a lot lately. Loading screen tip, people die when killed. That's what I'm saying. Once you get them low enough, you can just hit the melee to teleport. Yeah, I do know you can skip ahead. You've never encountered a train. I'm just that lucky, Axe. Obviously. I just used up all my karma I built up right there. And then my internet will go out. Use the Smith or Alchemist. Yeah. I think of the two, I think the Alchemist is way more powerful than the Smith, because with the Smith, once you have a full set of gear, you don't need it anymore. Whereas the Alchemist will always be useful, in my opinion. I haven't played him to say for sure, but... You spot an infected watching from the distance? Okay, we've never actually been able to do this. Have some food, buddy. He gave me a jewelry. Is that good or bad? How much is a jewelry worth? A valuable resource. I don't know. I don't know. The jewels are expensive. Good, good. Hey, Rabby, in love with this type of gameplay. Yeah, this is kind of a cool casual game. Like Ostronauts, what I like about it, because we have these kind of like little travel times, I can actually like read chat a little more actively. Sometimes I have to pay a lot of attention to what we're playing, and it's harder for me to bounce back and forth between chat and the game, so. Sometimes it's just nice to have kind of a chill, chatty game. Kind of how I feel about this one. You definitely could play a lot faster if you weren't chatting with chat. Lone traveled by the side of the road. Sure, come on in. He steals from you. Of course he does. Jewels, relics, and pre-fall electronics, all three are expensive. Good to know. Wandering Sword has pretty flashy art for a pixel game. Yeah, I would call the style that Wandering Sword did is the same as like Octopath Traveler. I think most people call that like pixel art 2.5D, if that makes any sense. I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was good for what it was. I had fun in that playthrough. I wish we weren't having the internet problems towards the end. That made it less enjoyable, but the game itself, that's not the game's fault. Okay, so we are here. All right, this better be the end. I almost want to assassinate you, but I'm gonna keep my good boy points. The commander counts the money. This is the 2,000 scrap. Maybe you misheard me. I thought at 8,000. I do have a limit to my patience. I think we might have hit it. I think we might have hit it. You've lost more than that in the cushions. Well, it's easy to say that when you don't have to pay another 6,000. If you start a monster breeder map, can you retreat from it if the fight is bad? If they have the red hexagons, you can retreat. So I think like if you go into like the caves, like those type of maps, I'm pretty sure you can always retreat from. If you go into an arena fight, I don't think you can retreat. Don't take that as gospel, but I believe that's the way. I'm kind of thinking we're gonna assassinate this guy. I've been playing very nice. I've been playing very nice. I'm gonna assassinate him. While his guards are distracted, you pounce on the commander, catching him unaware. You manage to pin him from behind before his guards can react. You snap his neck in a swift, silent motion. It's those trucker arms. All that exercise from turning the big wheel and honking the horn. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have tested my patience. After killing the commander, you make short work of his guards, quickly making your way through the camp. You find the mercenaries in complete disorder as they scramble to respond. Word of the commander's death spreads fast, and it seems like some of the mercs have used this chance to avenge old grudges or make their own plays for leadership. In all the commotion, you realize it would be a good chance to ransack the camp. We will raid the armory. Despite all the chaos, the army remains heavily guarded. You'll have to take out the guards. We are not fighting that. Nope. We'll just burn fuel. We failed to flee. Well, that's rather dangerous. That is rather dangerous. Our success chance to run is 0. We have a really high accuracy, and one of us is fatigued. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna have a lot. What does defend do? Just lets it come closer. Okay, we still have no run chance. Just burn fuel. So if I click that, oh, I see. Failed to flee. Did we just get shot and die? Excuse me? Loading map, don't move a muscle. I think we just got killed. Well, that's okay. We'll continue on from that, but okay. I will pet peeve there. Where was my game over screen? Don't just knock me back to main menu. Never bothered to fix the truck. That is true. That is true. I don't think we ever stopped. Did we stop somewhere that actually had repairs? Bar, store, repair shop. We did. All right. Well, we will sort of kind of fix that. All right. We'll stop there and do a repair. Okay. Yeah. Where's the you died screen? I feel a little cheated by that. I would have assumed that was a bug more than anything else. Just literally drops you to like main menu like you crashed or something. Even if it's just a splash screen that says game over and like some zombie handprint or something. Sleep before getting there. We'll do that. We may also just happen to decide not to attack the armory. No grudge, please. Yeah, that was a little weird, I will say. Also, I guess this game isn't Iron Man. I didn't think about that. All right, train, we'll recon them. Look at that, see? These aren't bandits either. We'll rest. There you go. All right, well, that's something. right, we need to close these because we reloaded in. City belongs to the Dust Wolves. All right, we'll try to enter. We'll just pay the toll. Yep. Okay, we want repair shop, repair truck, repair hole, repair it all, confirm. Yep. Leave city, map, reset, and we just want to go to town. Go. The losers don't deserve a grandiose exit screen. I suppose so. That was weird, Abby. That was really weird. I guess one thing I would say, I do think that the tutorial for this game should have had a better combat tutorial. I don't even think there was any combat tutorial whatsoever. I think that would have helped a lot to get started. If you guys didn't point a couple things out, I probably still would have missed it. All right, sure, yep. Same event we had last time. Sleep? Okay. I guess we're metaing this one a little bit. Set out. I will say every time we've done a part of his tasks, it's lowered the stats required to make that check. Because before I think we needed something like 60 attack or something that we couldn't do. All right, I will do what we did before. So here's your scrap. And then we're like, hey, are we done? And he's like, ha ha ha, you idiot. And we're like, no, you. All right, we kill him. All right, maybe we don't raid the armory. All right, we are gonna try to rob some confused mercenaries. A small group, it's muggin' time. All right, I'll take that one. Okay, so when they're attacking me, they're mostly doing hull damage, I take it. So if we... Okay, so he hit for 2 damage. And he's gonna shoot every time he moves forward, so we should keep shooting him, unlike the zombies who we kind of let get close. There we go. Gained XP. Gained 573 scrap and 119 ammo. There's bodies all over the place, laden with succulent meat. Want to take some? Yeah. We're literally taking their pound of flesh that they owe us. It's legit. These are weak bandits. Well, there was a disarray there. All right, well, that was rather painful. What's our next task? So we have 3 and 1. Where is 3? Way up north here. We haven't been up there before. Or 1. Also up there. Okay, so I think we're just heading in this direction, basically. Also, I haven't been doing it, but we really should look at people in bars and recruit a 4th. Have I ever played FTL before? Yep, I beat FTL. I did the big bad boss at the end. This would have been years and years ago. Repair. Yes, we will definitely remember to repair. All right, let's get robbed again. Nope, this guy actually paid us some money. There you go. Still a crew of 3 bozos. They're the best bozos I know. What's your question about FTL, Abby? You're really starting to... Man, we are really bitter about this. We are really bitter about this. And legitimately so. You truck wrecker. It belongs to the Dust Wolves. Yeah, we'll pay the toll. You know what? I should probably start boozing up some of the Dust Wolves a little bit. See if maybe we could get them to neutral. All right, we want repair. No. Yes, repair. Yes. All right, done. They don't have a bar here, unfortunately. We'll leave. We'll camp. We'll sleep. And I guess we'll collect some. We'll have our town be attacked. 105. You have 100% accuracy. Get them. Wow. Okay, we got the fast ones now, apparently. Because they're moving 2. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay, but we made it. 2 clout. Check the tailor workshop next time you go to Clunker Town. Okay, you'll have to remind me. Okay, we're at Clunker Town. Or back to city. Wait, did we get bumped out of the city because I got attacked? No, I left and rested. Check the tailor shop. All right, we'll check it. This factory produces truck trailers. If you provide them with the necessary materials, they'll be able to replace your trailer. So I do know this. We have the achievement now that we could start with a different truck, and I think that's what this would change. Letting the sit in the retirement home. Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, we kind of need somebody to actually defend our base, though. What did you want me to look at in the trailer one? Just that they exist? I mean, something like large goods trailer would be rather nice, wouldn't it? If she wasn't level 20. Girl, if you weren't a 10, you'd be so gone. Gun trailer. Ammo damage. Large gun trailer. All right, we don't have any money for anything like that, so. All right, we are reset. We don't really need to stop here. Let's just drive by. That's my destination, and I think we could skirt that bad terrain. +2 crews, how you get the 8-man wrecking ball team. I gotcha. Oh my goodness, so we literally gonna have that pop up like every day from now on. The tornado changed course. Excellent. Oh, creek. I really hope this next task is nowhere near as annoying as that previous one. Because that was pretty annoying. Also, our fuel's getting a smidgen on the low side. We don't sell fuel. I think we will go there, but I think we're gonna need to make a stop. Hopefully they actually have some fuel. Recon. Let's trade, and we'll take the gears. There's a deadly quest near SM City. We have a couple different dead end or deadly quests. We have buried treasure. Oh, I thought we had 2. Oh yeah. And Order of the Sapphire Star are the 2 we have right now. We have enough for wipers or tarp. You can check that. So weather, windshield wipers, we totally do. You know what? Yeah. We don't have enough. Oh, never mind. How the heck do we need that much scrap to make some windshield wipers? I'm questioning that one a little bit. Mud-proofing kits. We do have that. And then tire chains. This one. We do have that. So we could get the tarpaulin. Oh, we need to learn that. Okay, so that's where we're at. We can totally do that. Click on the word tire. That's right, Kirk. I forgot that. Yeah, we can click on things to jump around. Alright, so we just need to learn that next time we're at a library. I will try not to forget, but no promises. How are we doing on food? We have 2 sandwiches left. Are we near? Let's camp. It's not that infected here. Let's kitchen, cook. Water, rations. bulk. We're gonna do a whole bunch, and then I'm gonna collect some water. Okay. And get attacked, apparently. Quick battle. Get out of here, losers. I'm collecting water. Don't have time for you. Alright, zoom, zoom. Little quality of life because this game lacks it. It's not the worst, but I agree. There are definitely a few things it could use. You spot a few unopened wooden crates. Are they coffins? Break open a crate and find some supplies. Alright, a little bit of ammo. That is better than nothing. Still producing that ore. Yeah, we just need to make a bunch of money so we can hire a bunch of people for our town / fill up our truck. A large signpost appears at the fork ahead advertising amusement park. Sure. Sure enough, at the end of the side road is a large amusement park, a carnival of rotten wood and rusted metal. Many of the rides and attractions look like they're on the verge of collapsing. Speaking of Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2, the amusement park map, God, that part was hard where you were on the roller coaster bit. That was a hard map. That section specifically. Let's check out the shops. Colorfully painted signboards, now faded with time, mark this once bustling shopping promenade. Many of the stalls seem to be on the verge of collapse, and the streets are piled high with garbage. Main Street. You don't find anything useful. Side Street. You manage to find a few supplies, some scrap. And we'll check the Ferris wheel. Ferris wheel is the tallest in the park. The support frame's rusted through and it doesn't seem like the wheel's long for the world. Yeah, maybe let's not mess with that. That seems horrible. Haunted house. This is probably a pretty scary haunted house back when it was still running. It's even scarier now this is dilapidated and abandoned. A hideous ghost mask is mounted on the door. Take off the mask. Something about the mask really puts you on edge as if it's watching you. You remove the mask and sort it away, if only to get the eyes off of you. We acquired a ghost mask. Inner. The inside of the haunted house is dark and eerie. The walls are lined with more ghost masks, their faces twisted in gruesome expressions. Was this really meant for kids? You light up a torch, but it's even scarier with the light. Search. You find an unmoving humanoid figure. At first, you think it's a very realistic zombie costume, but then you realize it's alive infected. It seems to be dormant. You should be able to easily avoid it if you're quiet. Okay, we'll continue on. The deeper you go, the more uneasy you feel. At the end of the haunted house, you find a large door. The wood of the door is nearly rotten, and another hideous ghost mask lies on the floor in front of it. Take that mask too. Something about the mask really puts you on edge. Open the door. You lost trucker marksman. You open the door and are greeted by an unbearable stench. Inside, you find a massive horde of infected. They might have been dormant before, but the sound of the door seems to have woke them up. You run as fast as you can. Only after losing the horde do you realize that one of your crew members is no longer with you. Wow. I didn't realize this game had insta-kills. And there's a sign that says free love. I guess that's one way to end a love triangle. The chemist is still happy. Wow. That's a pretty dick move, game. That's a pretty dick move to have an instant kill. Well, he had our best weapon too. Did we get our weapon back by chance? We sure didn't. We sure didn't. Ouch. Very second D&D. Yeah, you open the door, make a save, you die. All right. I hope you brought 3 more characters. That hurt a lot. That was all of our firepower that just died. Where are we? Yeah, just random place. Okay. Search it. Womp womp. Yes, I'm glad my pain amuses you, Broad. Arrived at High Command. Okay, we've not been here before. Well, hey, we have a new opening. What do we got? Blacksmith, adventurer, a goon, a rancher, somebody we don't know. A bounty hunter. What do you know, bounty hunter? You do not have 40 focus, if I had to give you a number. I feel like that was very much a screw you. Yeah, you guys are not particularly great. Maybe we need to go ahead and stop by and pick up Hunter again. Pick up the Hunter. Are you, when you say the Hunter, you mean from back at our camp? Or are you talking about the bounty hunter? Because does not have a good. Does not have very good. Okay, well, still look at deliveries. True Blue Rest Stop. We are heading there. I will. What do you want? Yeah, I'll take that. That's fine. One on the city walls. Gotcha. Iron Bucket. Not where we're heading. Okay, well, we have one high-paying one. All right, we'll hit the inn. We will sleep. Well, hey, I guess our food and water are going to last a lot longer. Don't care about any of that. Don't really care about any of that. I do need to keep an eye on that water. Reset. Take me to here. What's the easiest way to get there? You know, in all honesty, I think we'll just go this route. Yeah, I guess if we're gonna do that, we may as well hit these. That's quite a gut punch. Losing the rifle in addition to our high combat character with just a random chance, not even a fight where they get to die. That is really rough. Ouch. I'm not a huge fan of gotchas in games. Especially if you're not warned. Gas station appears on the horizon. We'll search it. We gotta be really careful with fights now because now we do not have, this is fine, but we gotta be very careful. We do not have the oomph that we had before. I probably didn't even need to shoot you, did I? Yeah, just melee. Yeah. Oh, fuel, yes. Fuel, yes. Thank you. I almost missed that. Brown truck needs fuel badly. On the N64, me and a friend had Gauntlet, and we actually fully beat that game in like, I don't know, 20 hours. Like, we just literally ground the crap out of it. And we're not doing the grudge. We gotta watch this fuel. This is now a problem. Gauntlet, yeah. I actually played Gauntlet on the arcade version once too. It was kind of cool. You could put in like a little name and a code, and it would save your character. It was not in a town that I lived in, so I never got to go back and see if it actually worked, but it was cool in theory at least. All right, trade, negotiate. I will take a little bit of water. What I was hoping for was fuel, though. Yeah. Well, that's no good. All right, we will search. Yes. We'll just have to run, I guess. Although, I say that, we don't have a ton of fuel to be doing expensive runs very much either. Yeah, I played through... I think I played the Valkyrie, and he was playing the Wizard when we beat it. We actually played the... There was like a PC sequel that came out a few years ago, but it wasn't very good. We beat the whole game in like 5 hours. It was very disappointing. You run out of fuel, it's game over. I think we're gonna be okay. He says nervously. I hope. Cargo containers, we'll search. How about some fuel in there? Didn't find anything. The arcade cabinet let you pass through the carriage? Yep. Yeah. Yeah, this is very worrisome. We have done a lot of driving today. Been picked clean. Wow, of course it has. We did use up all my good karma, apparently. I really hope you are selling fuel, or we're done. We'll load from a save if we have to. Opinion has changed by -3. Well, it's all your fault. That's all I have to say. Literally all your fault. They're not selling fuel either. Rip-a-roni. Low on everything in King Fight. I guess that is true. Maybe I'm just being too focused here. We're probably gonna have to load back from the save though. I didn't realize that we had burned through 2,000 fuel. I probably should have with the amount of driving that we're doing. All right, well, we'll see if we can make it to the next city, I suppose. I don't even want to look at people here because even if I could hire them, I need the money to buy fuel. High command, that's where we just, yeah, we came from that direction. I will take that one. All right, you did not say fuel. I think we may have actually ran ourselves into doom. Tradable items. I don't think anyone here. Tires. Yeah, I think I've run into a corner of the map that doesn't have any fuel. Ration, tires, ham. Come on down, get your tires and your ham. All right. I guess we'll try. We'll see if we can get an event. Broach it. Driving too fast. Yeah, we're gonna probably have to. You can use a filter. Oh yeah, you are true. You are right. So we could do search. Has fuel. Select item to search for. I want fuel. Yeah. I mean, we could try. I don't think we're gonna make that though. I think we're gonna have to load back. We'll see. We'll let it run out, but I don't think we make that. We're using 9 per hour. There's no way that's like a 4-hour drive through that terrain. Womp womp. Understood. Understood. I can't. I'm kind of curious to see if we'll get a game over when we run out of fuel, or if it's just going to kick us back to menu. All right, let's see what it does. 2. Your truck is ran out of fuel. You're now stranded in the Dustlands. Maybe you could try asking for help from the nearest city. Yes, there's no choice. After a few minutes, you get a response to your distress signal. True Blue Rest Stop will dispatch a rescue team for 1,000 scrap. Do you want to pay? Well, we have no choice. You arrive there. Every house near the rest stop is filled with blue furniture. No one knows why. And apparently we earned a bunch of money by getting here. So where did it? Okay, that's actually kind of funny, but that didn't actually solve my problem because you don't have fuel here. I don't believe. But I think we probably have enough fuel to make it where they do. Okay, so scarce items. Let's sell our jewelry. Confirm. Abundant items. Tires were good. Books, we have some. I'm not hauling that around, not hauling that around, not hauling that around. Okay. We are tired in standard room. So I do like that you at least get to have a get out of jail cart, that if you can afford to have someone, I guess we got towed or something. Better than just getting the straight game over, but if he didn't have the money, I assume that would have been game over. We do have the quest. I guess let's look at it. You find a group of armed men near camp near True Blue Rest Stop, presumably the Civitas payroll. From your flag, you can tell these guys are desperados, a gang of fearsome outlaws that steal for fun and kill for kicks. You know that anybody who tries to negotiate with the desperados usually ends up with a bullet in the brain pan. Thankfully, there are few enough of them that you could take them out. I highly doubt we can kill them with our current crew, so we're gonna need some more time. All right, so we need to repopulate our crew. So our sub goal here just changed. All right, we need to go here to actually get some fuel. So you want a whole bunch of stuff. What do you produce? Tires, books, building, vegetable, wood. Dried vegetables, they need wood. Okay, we can do a trade here. Let's go to store. Let's go to abundant. Let's buy wood. 80, we'll bargain it. We fail. All right, leave and go. Oh my goodness, I wish I could tell that event to just keep picking the same thing. That's gonna be super annoying having to click that all the time. You come across a small thicket. You think there might be a small animal in there. All right, we'll try hunting. We actually got it this time. Now that we got rid of that hunter, or the marksman, who couldn't hunt apparently, we can actually succeed. Oh my goodness, that is really gonna pop all the time, isn't it? Yeah, you guys absolutely hate each other. All right, Abby, have a good day at work, man. What's our crew's attack stat? Our crew's attack stat is garbage. It's 35. Losing that marksman was a kick in the teeth. Really starting to... Oh my... That is killing me. Okay, gas station. Arriving at the gas station, you're stopped by a young woman needing help. She tells you that her husband went off to explore the necropolis. He was only supposed to be gone for a week, but it's already been a month. She asks if you can find him. Why would you go to the necropolis? That idiot. He's always thought he was invincible. When he heard that the necropolis has more infected than anywhere else, he said he just has to see it for himself. The woman buries her face in her hands and weeps. I don't even want to think what might have happened to him. Well, he got eaten, obviously. Sure. I'll say yes, but we're not going there anytime soon. All right, scarce items, sell the wood. And we'll try to upsell. We failed. Milk or ornament clothing. I don't think any of that's particularly relevant. There's no bar here. Yeah, we are not going to go into there at the moment. We have a delivery here. Yeah, we're just going to need to drive around and hire some people. Maybe we do hit our own town. The thing is, though, we also need people to defend our town. So if we pull them out, you know. All right, so run there and run there. Close. Let's leave city and craft. Let's see it where we're sitting on the gun. Sigh. Very disappointed. All right, we can actually make a bolt action. We have the stuff. You are missing. Yeah, confirm. Okay. We have our legendary bolt action back. Fuel, yes. Fuel. We are not leaving. We're not leaving. We're gonna get the fuel. We are getting the fuel before we leave. Fuel. Buy. I don't care if you're not at a good price. We need at least 1,000. And we have plenty of money, so I'm willing to go a little bit. Well, let's get the 1,000, but we are definitely looking to get some more fuel too. I want to go back above 2K. Okay, then unequip, equip. Okay, we're back up to at least having one bolt action. Can we make a second? No, we don't have the standard pistol, don't have the pipe. We could make the pipe gun, which then we need a musket. We don't have the steel pipe. Steel pipe we could craft. Musket. We need 5 more iron. Okay, that's where we're at the moment. Once we have that, we can make the pistol. Yeah, then we're good. So that wasn't as bad as it could have been. As bad. All right, leave city. I'm gonna do some rainwater collecting. There's no infection here, so. And our city. Our city really could use... Yeah, let's buy that. Also, you know what? They have a good price for fuel. We'll just have 1,000-ish sitting at camp. Yeah, okay. And then before we zip out of here, let's camp and sleep and check our food. Yes, okay. Back, no. Yeah, leave. Okay, map. Part. Watching you buy above and sell under market price. Did I actually do that, Chunky? I thought I bought those correctly. I mean, the fuel was above price, but I mean, it was literally going to be game over if I don't buy the fuel. I'm pretty sure I bought the wood at low price and I sold it at high price. I don't think I did that backwards. I definitely could have. You spot a few survivors camped out by the pickup truck. They seem to be resting. Recon them. Not dangerous. We'll trade. Ironically enough, I will buy the fuel. Bought the med kit. I'm fine with that. Our city has some XX scrap, and our city will get overrun if we die, and we have a crappy gun and a mediocre gun, and that's all we have defending our city. I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking about the trades we were doing over here. Yeah, I'm okay with overpaying for that a little bit. Ram through the barricades? No. We'll just remove them if we can. Cleared it. Where we at? We have another big delivery to do here. You have a bar? You do. Please have somebody I can hire. I really like the steel drum in this track. I know I've said that before, but it always catches my ear every time this one plays. He really wants to make that grudge. All right, we also are feeling really stressed. Maybe... She's such a good crafter. That really sucks that they hate each other that much. That really sucks. Stressing me out, lady. Okay, before I go through the whole bar thing, though, we are at about the halfway point, and we haven't dropped any frames. Don't tell my ISP. But I'm going to take my fiver here and go make my tea so I can keep soothing that poor voice. So let me alt-tab here. Not to you. Not to you either. All right, I'm going to tell YouTube we're going to take a 5-minute break. And I'm going to flip it over to the 5-minute break screen. If you're not blocking ads, I appreciate your pennies. Thank you very much. And I will be right back. So start. There we go. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, now back with 100% more tea. Catch up on people here. Weight becomes useless. Only gets a weight limit after a big job with too many scraps. Then you just craft cores to get rid of it. I haven't crafted any cores. Do they just use scrap as their material? Okay, let's take a look here. Thief, blacksmith, adventurer, program, rancher. Venture, what do you know? You look really garbage. Faithful, well, apparently that would have been useful. Crafting, intellect, desert dweller. Awkward. Okay, not super impressed. What do you got? Iron bucket, that was out of the way. All right, kind of a rip here. If we're gonna labor market, we could just labor market back at our own city, so I don't really see a reason why I would want that here. We are kind of at weight limit. We could take some building materials back to our city. Let me map up for a second. Where are we? Yeah, we're still really far north. I think we're gonna make our way back towards our town, and we're gonna go invest in some personnel. No reason to buy wood here. We could just get it there if that's what we want to do. Oh, hold on. I know. We were gonna craft the windshield wipers. No, not the windshield wipers. The tarpaulin. We didn't have it learned. That's right. Okay. We have a library. I thought there was a library on one of these. Repair shop. Bar, store, library. Okay. Let's hit Tanaris. Let's get that recipe learned. So I'm gonna go heavy on scrap here for a minute. Let's hit this too. We keep driving around it. Let's just bite the bullet and get it. All right, anything else? We don't need to sleep. You are kind of stressed out. Anyone cute at the bar? The thief. Spend 300 scrap to buy him a drink? Okay. Runner. Okay, due to compatible traits. Down to get frisky? Yep. Get unstressed. Okay, there we go. Leave city and go. For a second, I thought my mic was muted. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. We had a Wandering Sword episode where like 15 minutes was muted. It was ridiculous. I'll try hunting. Hey, Yasha, how's the stream going? So far, pretty good. We've died on stream once, but we're not dropping frames tonight. I dare to say my internet might actually be fixed. After literal months. I'm gonna really, when I talk to the guy, I'm gonna really push to find out if what they fixed was the thing I kept telling them. The day that happened, the problem started. Go back and look at the work that was done on that day, because that's when it started. And I kept getting foo-fooed around and no one would tell me what it was. I just have a feeling. Okay, zipping through there. I'm still really... Well, we also lost our marksman, Yasha, to an event, which is very painful. And our chemist was cheating on us, and now they just, every 5 seconds, it asks me if I want to start a grudge, which is getting a little annoying on that. But barring that, it's been going pretty well. Okay, I am keeping an eye on that fuel gauge now. A little celebration there. This is too real, yeah. Well, what's funny is, I don't remember if you had watched him before, but we had another lady, and we kicked her out because she was trying to make this love triangle thing that was making everyone all cranky. And then we had our heart broken by the chemist. She's just playing with our feelings. Okay, dog, no thank you. I guess it's kind of like most zombie movies where it's like, If people could just stop being asses for like 2 minutes, we could all get out of here alive, but you just can't help yourselves. You literally just can't help yourselves. Somebody has to be a jerk constantly. Fell by -5. Hey, we're actually up to only -50. So there you go. Okay, hitting town. We want to look for recruits. We want to buy fuel if they have it. No. Store first. Fuel at a good price. All right, we are gonna really stock in on fuel here. Give me, yeah, something. I mean, that's still a good price. Let's try to bargain that. All right, big fuel. Much happy. All right, mechanic, drifter, hired gun, in a gimp mask, aviator, intellectual, femme fatale, and a huckster. I mean, your stats are just garbage. Your stats are just garbage. How are you a hired gun and you literally have 14 focus? I mean, I think we're gonna hire the gimp and just have him work on the farm. That feels so dumb. Crafting. Your crafting is garbage. You're just garbage, Mr. Drifter. Intellect. Okay, if we got some extra crafting. Why does this character look like Hinata from Naruto? If we got one level of crafting, they could do some work at our town. I'm not impressed by these people, like at all. 6 fitness. Who had the 6? Oh, the drifter. Yeah, yes. Yes. I'm not really feeling very impressed here. I'm really not feeling impressed here. Okay, crafting. Okay, crafting 36, intellect 26. I think this is a hire. We could dump the chemist in town so we could stop being so angry if we have to. And we could have Jade here be our mechanic or our crafter if we needed. And if we don't, then they could be in town and they could do some crafting because we need a crafter. I think you're in. Recruits. Confirm. Confirm. Hire. Confirm. Okay, that's something. And then I have a spare weapon. We need to make an accessory. Gun parts. The site. Okay, okay. Man, we lost all of his gear. That is just pain. That's just pure pain. What could we make? Defense. I mean, we could easily make any of these. Big iron. I think those are basically the same. Alright, we'll make wrist guards. In fact, does everyone have something at least that good? Maybe I should make everyone a set of wrist guards. Yeah, she has legendary. Okay, he's wearing sports gear. Maybe I should up his game. Let's make a set of those. And then we need a hat. Headwear. Speech, charm, foraging, cooking, intellect. All right, we'll do that. All right, so you get the thinking cap. Actually, hell, what was the ghost one? 30% attack. Sorry. Steel pipe, that's for crafting. And we're gonna switch you to the wrist guards. I still don't have a melee weapon. Melee. If I wanted to do a katana, we would want a makeshift sword. Do a makeshift sword. We don't have enough iron. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to waste iron. Yeah, no, we'll just hold off on that. Yep, the library. Yes, the library was in Tanaris. I don't think we have a library between us and our base. Do we have a library there? I don't think so. Yeah, so we need to stop by Tanaris on the way. Yeah, okay. So head here, head there. From here, water, ammo. I just want to see if there's anything we could trade. Okay, the wood goes to here. Yeah, let's pick up wood while we're here. So store, abundant, wood, buy. About, let's do like 70. All right, I'll give us something to sell. Let's go. Also, you have some traits. You have 2. All right, lucid dreamer. What's that do? Sleeping greatly reduces stress. Nyctophobia, driving at night increases stress, and parched reduce thirst. Okay, so I would like to remove a bad random trait. So we need 1 level up. Yeah, keep going. First encounter with abandoned tank. I don't feel like getting ambushed at the moment. We've had a couple ambushes coming out of tanks. If I can't scout it, I'm feeling a little sketch on that. Riverside landfill. Okay. Search the long one. What we mainly want is iron and pig iron. Pig iron 10. Iron 8. Beautiful. That's exactly what we want. Library. I keep telling myself that so I don't forget. So we're gonna stop there, and then we're gonna stop there. And then we're gonna go there. Let's just do that so I don't forget. Too scatterbrained. You've arrived in Clunker Town. Okay, so store. I don't think there was anything we particularly wanted. Let's grab a couple tires. Water, we're okay. I probably should actually collect some more water too. We have chicken at our own town. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I care for here at the moment. How we doing on food? We're okay. I really would like some extra flour, but I don't think you have flour. Sugar. Okay, no. Oh, and she leveled to 3. Remove abandoned bad trait. Nyctophobia is done. Excellent. Yeah, I think that's it. Actually, we are really tired. Let's leave city and let's camp. And then let's sleep. We're just gonna do a double and just get all the fatigue out. All right, set out. All on the road again. What are you blinking at me for? Okay, well, we were supposed to be buying a hawk, but this is just, let's see what it costs, or I guess a falcon. 1,600. All right, let's do it. Just so we can learn more about it. So our highest focus is probably, yeah, it's basically 20 here. Appetite +4, bonus, a focus bonus determined by husbandry. We have a 10, 5, and 5. All right, we'll put you on here. We can take it off later. And we can switch it to somebody else if we have to. Man, I'm really missing marksman. I'm missing marksman a lot. I'm missing his legendary bolt action rifle quite a bit too, if I'm being honest. Speaking of which, with all that extra iron we got... Oh, we need to go all the way to 20. Never mind. I thought we needed 3 for some reason. Let's stop and admire the moon. Slightly reduce stress. Infected swarm? No thank you. We are not interested in doing that. Managed to escape. 60 fuel. Totally worth it. Okay, almost there. We're gonna sell the wood here. That's about it. I guess we could check the bar also. All right, store, scarce, sell wood, all of it. Upsell. Sure, we'll take the relations. Sell, upsell. Oh, they don't have enough scrap. Shoot. Oops, oops, oops. All right, we'll just confirm we can't upsell that then. All right, we have a little extra wood in the truck. Giggity. Tires, again, let's just top off the tires a little bit since we're in a good spot. Don't care about any of this other stuff. Bar. Cosplayer, fortune teller, firefighter, artist, troublemaker, salesperson, mobster. I'm not very impressed. Speech 34. I think we need speech at our camp for the trade depot. You know what? Let's do it. She's dirt cheap. Recruit, confirm, hire. Okay. Try to make a concerted effort here to get our place up and running a little bit more. All right, what do you have? Party person, innervated, night driver. Same plan for you. We're just gonna try to get rid of your negative trait. First encounter with hitchhiker. Sure, come rob me. Oh, nope, they paid me. Nice. I guess to be fair, we've given like 5 people a ride and only like 1 of them has actually robbed us. At the procurement office, yeah. Arrived in Tanaris. Okay. We came here to go to the library to research blueprints for the Tarpon. Confirm. And since we're doing that anyways, we might as well get the heavy duty one. Confirm. And what other weather ones do we not know? Do we know all the weather? Rain? You know what? Let's learn these while we're here. All right, and then I'm gonna take a second. Medical herbs, scorpion and cave snakes. I don't have any of that stuff, so not gonna worry about that. Nail, wooden club, scimitar, machete, nail bat. That's not too expensive. Anything here we don't know. Semi-auto. Okay, you're the next one. Let's just learn the next one. Let's just pretend that someday I'll actually be able to craft that. Then parts. Okay, so we're currently using a sight, which gives us 5%. To be something better, we would need a vertical grip. So we would just have to climb through here. And it's all iron. We're not going to be able to make that anytime soon. Farmer gear. Okay, this stuff might be vaguely useful, actually. We might actually be able to hire people that are just slightly not skilled enough. And a piece of clothing might be able to get them in. Bulletproof vest for 30. I will do that. Ruins. Capacity plus 70. I believe there's a different mechanic in Ruins. Like there's a little... We go in on foot or something. So I think that's a little above my pay grade at the moment. Ballistic shield, 50. Okay, I think we're good on all that stuff for now. Headwear. Charm. Fitness plus 2. Fitness would make it so we don't tire out so fast when we drive. I could see that being useful. The actual gimp mask. There you go. Farming hat. Let's learn that. We're too dumb to learn about the farming hat. We need intellect 32. How is that possible? We have 32. I'm not sure why are we so bad at learning that one? Oh, it's 35. I misread it. Maybe I need up my intelligence. Let's up that. As annoyed as I am at you, you are the person who is doing this. Not enough books. All right, never mind. We have what we have. I forgot that was using up my books pretty heavily. Oops. Hey! Marksman, you're okay! Oh, I thought you died, man. I'm so glad you're fine. Why don't you rejoin my team? We should totally recruit you. Yep, you're in. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Are you as good as you used to be? You are. So, okay, that does answer one of my questions. Characters respawn, basically. That's very interesting. Imagine we saw the rifle. I mean... Wait a minute. He does have the rifle. He has all the gear. This is exactly what I made him. There's no shot that this would randomly be the case. So he just ditched us. He just ditched us. Your name is Nails? No. Your name is Jerky. Jerky Face. Don't think I'm gonna forget that. And then he just pretends that we've never met before. Jerky Face. I'm glad we got our rifle back. That's all I have to say. All right, boys. We were in our It's So Over phase. We're now into the We're So Back phase. And he still loves the chemist. I feel like this is a dude, and he's got one of those like pairs of glasses with the mustache. He's like, Marksman? Heavens no. I am just the accurate long-range shooter. I don't know this marksman you speak of. No. That's a little weird. I won't lie. That's a little weird. But hey, I'm glad the band's back together. We have, and you know what? We should probably change you. Your name's not Cherry. You're Yoko. If you know, you know. Okay, we did what we came for, which was to learn the recipes. Let's do the craft for the tarpaulin. Craft it. Yes. We can do the heavy one. Is that what I want to do? Weather impact minus, yes. So we want to do the heavy one. Craft. Yes. Then weather install. Yes. That is a very nice, just generically good upgrade. His attack is 2. Yeah, but he has 40 focus, and he's gonna have more because I'm gonna actually take the pet off here. We're gonna switch to the falcon. How the heck can a falcon have an appetite of +4 and a hunting dog have a +1? I don't think that's how that works, but sure, you go for that. All right, other than you, who's my next best hunter? 6, 14. All right, you get the hunting dog. It's a big okay, fair enough. Maybe it's a giant mutant falcon. Falcon's yeah, I don't disagree, but how does it make sense that it eats more than a dog? That's just my... Obviously, it's being gamified. Okay, we probably should rest while we're here. Let's just do a cheapie. I should have done that before we recruited, but such that it is. Okay. We are so back. We are so back. All right, we want to go to our town. I don't even really want to make a stop. Wheat, sugar... Well, I say that. Well, you don't have tires. You need tires. Yeah, let's just depart. An ill-tempered giant mutant falcon. There you go. About the size of a body pillow. you would want to make sure he is very well fed and never hungry while he's around you. It's a little tight inside the cabin at this point. All right, recon him. Not dangerous. We will trade. I'll take the fuel. He leveled up 1 point. All right, save it. I'm gonna try to remove another bad trait. Why did you recruit salesperson? Because they were 800 scrap, and I'm gonna stick them in my town. All right, then we're gonna head. Yeah, I don't care about hitting that landfill. She's bad at everything except talking? Absolutely right. That's why we're gonna put her in the trade post at town. Yep. I'm not completely empty up here. I have my moments. Okay. We also need to check in on food, but again, I kind of want to hit town. We have stuff that we can cook at town. We'll empty them out again. Okay, they're not dangerous. We'll just chill. And you know what? We could probably use the water, so we'll do some collection while we can. Yeah. That is coming down pretty good there. We're getting... That's 18 water we just collected. That's probably enough for now. Yeah, not... I mean, pretty dang slow, but can you imagine if we didn't have all those upgrades, how slow this would be? That'd be ridiculous. I do find it kind of interesting that seeing this guy respawn basically tells me that these are pre-designed characters. They're not random characters that just use the same portrait. It's fine, just interesting to note that just not using random characters. All right, home sweet home. All right, so mechanic. I'm gonna think about you for a minute. Salesperson, you are gonna go work in town. So manage city, jobs. We want you to work at procurement. Yeah. We also have tourist. Details on him. Now we were actually using him for a while. Speech, yeah, that's what you're good at. That's fine, you can stay. We'll assign salesperson. There you go, Little Red Riding Hood, working in procurement. All right, then I need to decide what we're gonna do with mechanic. I mean, she's not terrible. We could run around with her. We don't really need crafting or intelligence though. Like we already have that covered with our cranky lady. And we would have to level up a lot to catch up in intelligence. You don't have a great job. You could defend the walls. Who is... Yeah, Hunter. That's right. We had Hunter here. Yeah. Okay, so Hunter... How do I get you back? Yeah, you remove. I think. Okay, I'm gonna leave just the shotgun here. A little on the greedy side, but. Okay, so we will bring Hunter with. So you, 30 focus. Okay, 11 attacks, not terrible. She's really good at hunting. So she would actually be better with the Falcon. Right? Because the Falcon... I guess we'll have to remove it to look at it, but... Focus bonus determined by husbandry. If we equip that, she was at 30. That takes her to 54. Okay. She's got a bolt action. She's actually better than marksman, aka jerky face. So we're gonna switch guns. We'll give her the better gun. He can have the slightly worse gun. So we've got 2 legendary bolt actions, a normal bolt, and 1 shotgun. Okay, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about that. Okay, then I want to go bar and labor market, but who do I want to hire? So I want... What do I want? I want to produce flour. We are making flour. No, we don't have anyone working it. So we need crafting tin. So if we go to the bar, labor market, who's likely to have tin crafting? A worker, I suppose? Worker. Confirm. A trucker has joined. Okay, that's fine, whatever. All right, so we got this guy. His name's Worker. It's Ding the Worker. Crafting is 20. Perfect. Perfect. Manage city. Sign. I can't see Ding. Chemist has crafting. Yeah, but I kind of want to have a crafter with me. I tend to craft on the run. Then again, she is kind of being a capital B at the moment. Why can I not put him in there? Did I just miss? Can't. Oh, next. I see. I was trying to scroll down. Replace. There we go. Make me the yummy, yummy flour, please. And I would really actually like 2 of these. I also would like to have a little bit of scrap in my pocket when we're out and about. So maybe we stop there for now. So we have two people guarding the walls. We've added some extra stuff. Let's go to the depot. Let's store... Oh, I'm not allowed to store my wastewater? Okay. Annoying. Am I really not allowed? There, no, it's just down here. All right, let's put 90 of it away. I don't need to drive with that much. Ammo, that's fine. I have 601. We can deposit that for now. Sure, we can leave the wood here too. I'll keep the coffee. I have 2 medkits in the truck, that's fine. Okay, over here. I want my food. I'll take all the chicken. I'll take all the eggs. I'll take all the veggies. Okay. Okay, well, we're back. We're so back. I can't believe that they just respawn. I never in a million years would have guessed that. Okay, so I think we're back to quest. I feel much more comfortable fighting those guys now that we actually have people who can fight. Okay, so if we're heading north, okay, thread, honey, milk, cloth. None of those are things that have it. Yeah, this area is a little iffy on the trade route, isn't it? All right, I think we're just gonna blitz it. I do want some extra fuel though, so we don't have that problem. So let's actually stop here for some extra fuel. And then I think we'll cut through here. Back to there and back to there. Make that one a little sharper. I think that's going to be the plan. Electronics are only good if you sell them. My thought was that we would just have a caravan buy them. I guess we could haul them around and sell them ourselves. Yeah, we've gotten those from selling clothes to the naked dude. All right, that's fine. On the road again. Stop by Tanaris to sell the electronics. Because it's a big city. Is that the reason why? Oh, they actually need the electronics. You know what? I'm with you. Let's just get those out of our truck. I would rather have scrap that I could turn into something else. I didn't realize we were up to 6 even. First encounter with toxic fog. Isn't that cute? All right, well, we are gonna wow, we tried to outrun it and we failed. Well, remember when I said we had multiple hits? All right, heal that up. Ripperoni. Oh, I didn't double check food either. How are we doing on that? Okay, we're okay. We have stuff to cook now, so when we're in town, we'll see about that. Just making sure you guys were awake. I always, like, I'm trying to think back to when I was a kid. Kids really like it when they do the honk the horn motion and then they honk the horn. Is it just because kids like trucks? We need to have highly educated trucker here to answer the hard-hitting questions. He's actually a trucker. But kids actually, like, I'm trying to, like, remember myself. I definitely did it when I was a kid, but I'm trying to remember, like, if I was, like, super into it. I can't remember. But kids really like that. You come across a small thicket. You think there might be a small animal. We'll hunt. Darn right we better actually get that. You're surrounded by weird kids? Okay, chat. Kids love it when they do the little, like, horn thing and then the truck honks the horn. I'm not crazy on this one. That's the normal thing. That's the normal thing. Kids love that. I guess they just like the idea that, like, I don't know, the truck's friendly, or it's just really loud, or just an adult pays attention to them, maybe? Maybe that's what they like. Just, it's kind of cool. Okay, we're not desperate for fuel. I do kind of want some books. Let's buy a couple just in case I get a level up or something I want. Panaris doesn't have fuel, right? Not at a good price. All right, let's actually use our search a little bit more. Okay, you have fuel, but we don't know if it's a... Actually, let's say makes. Because that's where it's going to be really cheap. You know what? You know what? I think we're gonna try that. I don't think we've done a fuel depot before. All right, keep driving. Seeing a miserable truck driver would be like, no dorks, I'm not gonna do it. I mean, I'd imagine, especially before, like, modern, where you could have, like, a podcast or something to listen to, when you either had radio or CB, maybe it was just a fun distraction. You know, you've been driving for 18 hours straight. Maybe it was just a fun thing to do. But you keep on goading him on, and he finally does it, and your buddies lose it. I will ask highly educated truck driver next time he's in chat, or if I see him on Discord. We'll go straight to the source. We don't have to hypothesize here. Okay, we would like to sell our pre-electronics. We totally can. 13,000. I'm just debating if I want to carry that much around. I don't think I do. I think we're just going to carry that. We could do I didn't bring my cores, though. That would be an easy way that we could afford this. All right, I'm not going to do it right now, but keep in our minds, next time we're down here, we should pick up some cores, and then we can sell those and get, like, the fuel usage upgrade. Or maybe the storage. One of the two. All right, we're not quite in position to do that at the moment, though. All right, is there anything else I wanted? Here you go, Chunky. A discounted med kit. I'm buying this one for you. All right, we'll buy 3 of those. I will sell, like, 1. Yeah. Well, we'll sell 2. We'll try to upsell that. It's worth so darn much. We were successful. There we go. And we cleaned out all their scrap. So, yeah, I couldn't have sold 6 anyways because they couldn't afford it. So probably a good thing to actually piecemeal those out. All right, we'll hit the inn. I think I'm gonna actually VIP here. Let's just get the stress out because we're gonna do something kind of dangerous here. I guess we could peek. Okay, is that my direction? Central gas station. Yeah, we could take that route. Yeah, we could do that. All right, forget it. You're being annoying. Dustland Mutual. No, not heading that way. I don't want to self. I don't want to self. Okay, out. Map, reset. Okay, so we're gonna head this way. You produce rations, building, wood, medkit, scrap, tires, fruit, rubber. None of you need any of the stuff that we have. So head here. Wood, tea, meds. Okay, you actually have wood. So before we leave, store, abundant, buy 70 of those. We'll bargain them. And you know what? While we're here, let's... we have 100 rations. It's fine. Let's cook before we go. All right, water, vegetables, chicken, egg. Cook 1. Steamed chicken, bulk. Make me 23. Okay. Rabbit, bulk. Game, venison, bulk. Whale, bulk. You know what? We're just in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's just do it. All right, we're actually out of water, weirdly enough. All right, leave city, collect. All right, please stay raining for a second because I actually do need a little bit of water to travel. Yeah, there you go. Can I hit enter on that screen by chance? Oh, I so can. I don't have to move my mouse back and forth that way. Good timing for the rain. Yeah, you know what? I think I even know the chef's hat. You're right. Let's just do it. Well, hold on. Let me finish collecting water while it's raining. You gotta make water when it rains, as the saying goes. Yep, see? All right, and then headwear. I'm pretty sure we learned that. And we definitely have the stuff. All right. Chunky, you have to wear the chef's toque. Hit the road. While driving, you come across an abandoned truck. Sure. Tons of stuff. Some scrap and some rations. Guess it's 2 men max? Yeah. I made it, so I guess not. I mean, you do have to just remember, everyone's playthrough is going to be different. Everyone's level of knowledge about the game is also going to be at different levels. I'm definitely learning a ton on this playthrough. El Tufo landfill. All right, give me the good stuff. Iron. We want lots and lots of iron. Yes. And pig iron too. That's fine. Only trade vegetables. Gotta eat your veggies. All right. Yep. Actually, we don't really need to stop here. Valleyville. Boy, we have not been back to Valleyville in a hot minute, have we? You know what? They produce flour. Let's actually stop there. I like making meals with that, so we can grab some of that as we go by. All right, take out the barriers. A celery merchant. What do you sell? Rhubarb? Oh, okay. What else do you have? Just rhubarb. That's it. You know, we're only open a few weeks a year. Have to really make all of our money. Then we head south for the winter, you know. Understood. Okay. Main thing I wanted to get here. Hey, more cheap med kits. I'm actually kind of tempted by that, but I guess not. I'm gonna just load up on flour. We'll have that. And you know what? We'll just do a click of each. All right, we don't need to cook again right now. Are we tired? One of us is tired. We don't really need to stop there. Okay, you random good trait. Yes. Night driver, homophile, romantic. Well, we're not doing any of the romance crap. We've learned our lessons there. Night driver, you're in. Okay. Bar, archivist, adventurer, technician, dancer, assassin. Yeah. No, nothing jumping out at me at the moment. Okay, so reset. Next stop. We'll hit that, and then we'll do the delivery. A typical Canadian farmer. Does Canada produce a lot of rhubarb? I didn't know that. You spot a few survivors camped out. All right, check them. Simple travelers. I guess we'll take the rest. Boom. Glad we didn't rest in town. Every once in a while, for a jump scare, they ought to have us actually hit an infected in the road. Oh, the move south in the winter. Gotcha. That makes way more sense than there being a lot of Canadian rhubarb farmers. I've always been kind of interested in, like, you know, if you go high enough or low enough north or south, you get like 24-hour days during the summer, or it never actually gets light outside or just barely light. I always thought that would be really interesting, but it also would be really annoying. I don't know. I don't think I would enjoy that. You've arrived in the Long Highway gas station. All right. And we could actually extract fuel. We're gonna hit that fuel depot. Let's just do a regular search. Thank you. All right, you. Yep, just save that. All right, so, yep, we're already set. Keep going. First encounter with an animal seller. All right, we've already, well, you know what? Well, hold on. If I get too many falcons, we're gonna get eaten out of house and home. I probably shouldn't mess with that at the moment. Like, what is your appetite? 2, 6, 3, and 4. Okay, central gas station. We made our delivery. Repair shop. We are good. Store. Scarce. Sell. Sell off all 70 of our wood. Upsell it. Okay, don't really care about any of that. Abundant fuel. We're okay, and I'm gonna hit the fuel depot, so I'm not gonna do that. Water, though, I do think I'm gonna buy. We've had a little too many close calls with water lately. And actually, let's go a little higher. I cook with a lot of water, so. Rubber or milk thread. Just out of curiosity, I'm gonna buy 10 milk. We'll just do some recipe experimentation. We're kind of tired, so let's leave city. We'll camp right here. We'll take a sleep. Map, reset. All right, next. I guess we'll hit this on the way. Or, now I'm kind of thinking maybe we go this way. We haven't been to some of these places. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. We'll hit the farm instead. Or what is this? Military depot. We'll hit the military depot instead. All right, in that case, I will buy a little bit more fuel. And by a little bit, I mean quite a bit more fuel. Let's not have an embarrassment like we had before. All right. Runner wants to be friends. Okay, we can be friends, but just friends. I wish the game was smart enough to switch drivers for situations like that. Abandoned terrain. I can't scout it. Let's just move on. Okay, high infection. Yep. That's fine. Yeah, our main character has the driver trait, or the X-Racer. Pile up. Okay, we'll navigate through. Yes, we've had really good luck with that event, actually. All right, we're having a sandstorm. Yeah, just keep going. We're fine. No, that's not a sandstorm. What? Why are we not slowed down? That feels like that should be a sandstorm, but we're having no issues. I guess we're just good enough. Engine has... Oh. I should have known better than that. Time out. Time out. Temperature. All right, it's kind of spooky here. Let's... Yeah, all right, that's fine. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. All right, come a little closer. I'm not super worried about you. Okay, 62 is my attack. I am good. So now we go melee, melee. That did not kill you in one hit. I'm not sure why that didn't kill you in one hit. We'll take the long port. Man, I get myself in so much trouble in this infected area. Stupid sandstorm. I'm gonna actually pull over here. If the sandstorm ends, then I'll head back in there. I gotta watch this. Yeah, we're gonna have a big problem. So we were able to continue to drive fast. What we were not able to mitigate was the temperature. All right, we're gonna have to do a big cool here. Yeah. All right, that's fine. All right, come closer. Grumble, grumble. All right, melee him. I guess we're getting a bunch of clout, if nothing else. Okay, we did get the engine to cool off. Yeah. Rumble, grumble. Yeah, we got cocky. We were doing some sandstorm driving last time, but I guess I understood why we were able to do that. Also, can I can't do that repair here, can I? I can. Yeah, let's do that repair. I don't want that negative 25%. I'll eat the whole repair for now. All right. Do I want to dive back in there? Hang on. Let me think on that. I don't see why not. The only problem we really had was the sandstorm. All right, let's do it. But you know what? We're really tired too. This whole operation is foobard. Just let's just get out of the bad zone. This was ill-advised. I didn't prepare that properly. Right up river. We'll drive across. Yeah, I should have had that on. Yeah, let's turn that back on. We got cocky. I think we had some sandstorms during the winter or something. Something about it wasn't so bad. We were just like, we can handle a little bit of that. He could not actually handle a little bit of that. Steamed chicken. And I like seeing that we're actually producing flour now. So our city produces flour, chicken, and eggs, and water. So now we can make an actual, I believe that would be noodles with chicken or whatever. Sure. Too fast. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what was in my memory. It's been a couple days since we had been in here. Okay, Hollywood. Hello. There's a movie theater. I don't know if I want one of my characters getting eaten by a random zombie again. Walking into the village, you find the walls plastered with posters of attractive people in various scenarios. Scattered about are large cardboard standees featuring fantastical settings and strange pre-fall equipment you can't figure out the purpose of. This must be what the pre-fallers called a studio. At the center of the village, you find a small house with a crude sign that reads movie theater above it. A listless looking man in dark sunglasses sits on a stoop. Let's have a chat. It seems like this guy hasn't seen another living soul for some time. The second you say hello, he perks up and starts talking your ear off. Do you own the movie theater? Yep, my pride and joy. Had to venture into an infected city to find the equipment and the reels, but I managed to scrabble together a decent collection. If you're gonna watch, help yourself to some popcorn. It's what pre-fallers used to eat when they watched movies. He proudly hands you a corn cob with a firecracker glued to it. What kind of movies do you like? Oh man, where do I begin? Hitchcock and Fincher are my favorites, hands down, but Kurosawa and Kubrick have got to be up there. Not all that into blockbusters, you know, Bay, Scott, Cameron, and the like, but maybe it's just because I don't have a big enough screen for it. You nod along, pretending to understand. Why are you down? As much as I love running the theater, my dream is to film my own movie. I've already got a story in mind. It's a love story about two ruggedly handsome cowboys herding sheep in the mountains. Even though they're married, they meet up a few times a year for a torrid, heart-wrenching love affair. Isn't that so original? I've got the script, equipment, and even the funding. I just don't have any actors. If you could help me cast my two leading men, I'd be grateful. No. I don't think we're gonna be in your movie, buddy. We've already gotten eaten once today. Let's not get eaten twice. Alright, bar... Enigma, Knight Errant. Those are pretty decent stats, although you're some sort of weird furry person. Woodsman. We had a night we'll never forget. Okay, not seeing anything I care about there. Store. Don't care. I do need to keep an eye on my tires, I just realized, but we're okay. Alright. We're on the road again. I'm pretty dead set on trying to get another piece of our quest done. We will stop here. And then go around the mountains to there. Go. I've already gotten eaten once, Chunky. You're not tricking me into a dark movie theater. Kurosawa is gold. Kubrick's pretty good too, if that's your thing. My brother's a big movie buff, so you know he's definitely into the weird movies like that. Drew is exhausted. I should have slept in town before we headed out. Okay, we'll just double sleep. You arrived at the main street gas station. Place has been abandoned. All right, we'll search it thoroughly and get attacked apparently. All right. Still not getting the quick fight on these guys. I was kind of hopeful that we would with these. Okay, we have 62 attack. We should just be able to melee these guys. There we go. Get that long pork. It's like I'm playing RimWorld. And get out of here. Go. Okay, fuel good. Tires okay. How's our actual cooked food? Just fine for the time being, although we do need to cook again. No animals late. Man, that is a very common event. I think she's just following us around. Have I ever heard of Stone Shard? Yeah, I know what Stone Shard is. I haven't played it though. In my mind, I kind of considered it stuck in development hell, although I do see that it's gotten some updates lately, so. Scorsy. It's interesting. Those do make, like, games like Stone Shard do make for pretty good stream games because it's kind of a high action, high risk. You guys can all laugh at me when I die. It was for sure, but then they got back on track. Out of curiosity, are they anywhere near 1.0? You've arrived at True Blue Rest Stop. Yeah, we've been here before. And we're not really... Yeah, we're here for the quest. Yep, we're here for the quest. Store. Just checking what we have. Nothing to sell. Okay, I do want a few tires. Let's grab those. Books are also cheap here. I'll take quite a few books, actually. And that's fine. All right. It's pretty fleshed out, but they're chipping away. I saw that they added, like, vampires or something. I haven't watched too much of it. Like I said, I kind of considered it stuck in development. So I've been hurt so badly by so many early access games. I won't say I'll never play early access games, because I do, but I have to really want it. And I have to have a... When I look at it, I don't want to see games that are stuck, if that makes any sense. I want to see, like, hey, they post every month, even if it's a small update or something. All right, please don't get me killed. All right, so there's a gang here. We are going to try to take them out. And that is very doable with our current group, I believe. And our truck did take a little bit of damage, I will say. All right, so get them, team. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. You've taken out the bulk of the desperados. Some managed to flee, but you've more or less neutralized the threat. Not bad. Okay, that was way less painful than the one that we had done previously. Way less painful. Okay. I don't even know where our next one is. It's up in this direction, though. Okay, so... Guess we go in this way. It's kind of difficult to get there. Okay, so we'll go here. I guess we'll nab that. That. Anything else I want before we leave? I did say I wanted to cook. Chat, we gotta cook. All right, we have water, flour, vegetables. Let's use up the... Okay, hang on. If I do this, you do something? Cupcake. Okay. If we... I don't think anything else there makes sense in my head, so let's not do that. All right, this should be fine. Crab noodle soup. As you do. Just like Mom used to make. Crab noodle soup. Do the scallops. I know that one's good. Do the shrimp. And we are out of vegetables. That's fine. Well, I want to make sure I have enough water, so let's stop there for now. Pretty fleshed up with the chicken wing. Did you wear... Ah! No. No, I did not wear the hat. But I should have been wearing the hat. She probably doesn't even have a hat. Does our cooking skill come from one person, or is that a crew skill? It is a crew skill. All right, there's no reason that she shouldn't be wearing the hat right now. Also, there's no reason I don't have her having body armor. Let's get her. You know what? I think we're gonna do a bulletproof. If I'm gonna craft something anyways. Highest? Really? I thought... Hold on, maybe I misunderstood this. Okay, so this is just showing us who has the highest. Value is the crew's highest cooking stat. Okay, who has the highest cooking stat? 6, 11, 8. It was her. Okay, so that is on the right person. I'm gonna be lazy. I'm not gonna micro it for now, but at least I'm wearing it now. Makara says, you got me to, and by the way, hey Makara, it's been a little while. You got me to buy and beat the game. It's a true hidden gem. Well, excellent. Excellent. If I wasn't streaming and I was 100% focused, I definitely could get a little bit faster through here. You guys are really interesting and you distract me all the time. So shame on you, chat. Be more boring. Okay, did we need anything else here? I bought the tires. We are heading here. Rations, rubber, clothing, liquor, and some food items. Building materials, vegetables, wood. No, you don't need any of that. Okay. All right, Chunky, have a good one. Yeah, what are we at time? Yeah, we got a little bit of time left. I got to get used to these shorter streams. We were just too spoiled over the summer when I was doing 2 4-hour streams every day. Take the fuel. I got to get used to the 3-hour stream. I also have to get used to streaming when I'm tired after work. In the summer, man, good times. Good times. Yeah, I've seen quite a few people. Axe was in here earlier, and he said he had bought the game and had played it pretty heavily too, so it definitely seemed like the type of game that people on the channel like. Okay, search the big stuff. Confirm. And then that's all we wanted to do here, so we can depart. Oh, dust storm. Forecast. In 12 hours, it will get sunny. That's a little spicy. I'm gonna drive a little bit. I just want to try to get that infection rate down some. That's making me a little bit nervous. 17, 16, 14. Okay, that looks a lot less spicy. All right, now we'll do some rests. How much more do we have? 5 hours. All right, let's just camp. We're probably going to get attacked, but... All right, fight. Man, I'm disappointed that's not a quick fight. All right, let them get closer. Okay, melee, confirm, melee. We'll take the long point. All right, and then sleep again. Yep. All right. I don't know how that wasn't a quick battle. How much more time do we have? 2 hours. Thank goodness. One more attack, apparently. I do need to watch out on how much ammo we are using. We're down to 24 attack from the people right here. I should have noticed that and started shooting sooner. Test subject. Oh, this is town. That makes way more sense. That makes way more sense. Okay, we need to heal the wounds. This is why I wanted those med kits. Grumble, grumble. Yeah, that was misplayed. I didn't realize that was town. Okay, but our stupid storm finally passed, so we can get out of here. Before we do, let's just bring that temp down some. All right, let's get out of here. Also, they don't seem like they're dangerous. Okay, we'll trade, we'll buy the fuel. I want to turn my stop for storms back on. Okay. It's been a while because Legacy of the Forge came out for CK2. Game's amazing. Yeah, at some point, you know, someday, I'd love to play through KCD 1 and then 2. That would be like a summer thing, though, so I would have enough time to really just go through it. Game of the Year contender with Expedition 33. Really? That's pretty high praise. I think Expedition 33 probably had a wider reach, so I'm assuming it's ahead, but I can't say for certain because I don't really have my pulse on Kingdom Come, other than people were pretty happy with it. I've heard that it runs really well, like really well optimized. All right, head down there to parts. Blueprints was pretty well received too. Although I don't think Blueprints pulled anything down like numbers wise compared to Expedition 33. They blew it out of the water. For me, that's my game of the year so far, is Expedition 33. It's definitely also made waves outside of normal gaming circles, because lots of people who talk about like movies or music have been talking about Expedition 33. All right, Land's End gas station. Now we were just coming through basically. Boiler room. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna engage with any of that stuff at the moment. Let's go ahead and leave. I do want to camp. I do want to sleep. And then I want to set out. Blueprints has original. It's like a mystery puzzle game. So I didn't watch anything on it in case I ever want to play it for the channel. It's kind of weird because I started YouTube. I play games differently, even in my own free time, because sometimes it's hard to play a game just to play it, because I'm constantly thinking, oh, I should just make a video of this, or oh, I really should go practice playing. Like I've been practicing Stellaris because I'm gonna probably do a playthrough when the new DLC comes out, I think next week. So I need to practice so that I can play at a functional level. Yeah, it's very strange. I guess it's the curse of like if your hobby becomes your job, you know, people that talk about that. All right, we are not gonna drive in the dust storm. We don't have a forecast. That makes me nervous. That makes me really nervous. We got food, right? Yeah, we got plenty of food. All right, let's just camp. Gave up keeping up with Stellaris DLCs. Yep. I feel like with Paradox games, it's like, well, I didn't get that one on the ground floor. I guess I'll wait a decade till the sequel comes out. Quick battle, nice. Long pork, yes. Oh my goodness, are we? I guess we're in fall again. Okay, this is the town. This is the town. I don't really want any of those things. Okay. No to that. 3 hours, it will be sunny. Okay, we're close, so we'll set out and we'll just rest until it goes away. There it is. Yeah, the new Stellaris DLC is going to be the Psychic overhaul, so we'll finally have all the Ascensions up to date. Hopefully it'll be good. That's all I can say. CK3 just had a really, really bad DLC come out, like ridiculously bad. So hopefully they're embarrassed enough to do a good job, I guess. You made a truck that traveled 500 kilometers an hour? What? What? Don't seem dangerous. Okay, we'll just take the sleep. Confirm on. Fine. Arrived at Sandy Beak Industrial. We could produce tires. There you go. Produce alcohol. That's actually kind of interesting. We're not here for that though. Let's just do a search while we're passing through. Found 4,000 scrap. We are overloaded. How awkward is that? That is really awkward. I should have dumped more of these materials. Alright, I guess we're just gonna drive a little bit heavy for a minute. I don't need to stop here. This is just a road construction. I was not expecting 4K scrap. 14K overloaded. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're coming into game release season. Like we've got the new Stellaris DLC. I do want to probably do a playthrough of that. Solaris usually does all right on the channel, so should probably do that. One of my bucket list games is Final Fantasy Tactics. I don't know if I'm going to start a playthrough right away when it comes out, but at some point, maybe I'll do that over Christmas when I have a couple weeks off. We'll do like a blitz through Final Fantasy Tactics. I've wanted to play that game my whole life, and I've never had a system that could play it. So that's a big one. We have Innsfield is supposed to be out, I believe, in Q1 2026. So that's relatively close. What else? I can't think off the top of my head, but there's several other things coming out. Don't we also have the Crusader Kings China DLC? I don't remember its release date, but it's sometime relatively soon. Okay, so rally point. That's why we're here. 3 points. Okay, let's get in here. Let's get a good trait. Yes. Negotiator. Okay, you're not normally my negotiating person. Or romantic or romantic. Man! Chemist, you suck. Make me so mad. Okay, rally point. What do you want? Using the director's confession, you managed to find the Civitas rally point near Industry City. These hardly seem like crack troops. Very few of the mercenaries have arrived thus far, and the ones that are here seem listless and shabbily equipped. Their camp consists of just a handful of vehicles and rugged-looking tents. The mercenaries point their guns at you when they see you approach. The commander calls out to you in a somewhat shaky voice. State your business. We're here to negotiate. The mercenaries lower their guns a smidge, waiting to hear what you have to say. Look, we know you're working for Civitas and that your target is Tanaris. If you're smart, you'll forget about the contract and just go home. The commander of the mercs doesn't miss a beat, yeah? And why would we do that? You got a better offer? We could threaten them. We could lie. We could bribe. You know what? I'm riding heavy. Let's splash some cash. We reached level 19. Cool. Completed the main story quest. The lead mercenary counts the cash. Well, consider us bought off. Pleasure doing business. The immediate threat from Civitas has been neutralized, but you've learned from a prisoner the location of Civitas' main force. It's time to end it once and for all. Hell yeah. High noon. Okay, and I think we're gonna grab some focus here. I think we're gonna grab some more focus here. Okay. You, 1 point. Focus. You, 2 points. I think again we're gonna go with some extra focus. Hunter, 3 points. You guessed it. I'm gonna do some more focus. Maybe I should have done a trait on her. Where do we have to go? Really far away. When we are really out of time. Okay, I do not think I can make that trip tonight. So we are going to be winding down here. So let me catch up on people here. Have I played it before? I assume you were talking to Final Fantasy Tactics. I have not played it. I have not played it. I really, really, really wanted to, but I've never owned something. I really got into the Disgaea series and Tactics Ogre. Well, Ogre Battle, not Tactics Ogre. Ogre Battle specifically. March of the Black Queen and 64. I'm always looking for good tactical RPGs, and there's a lot of them, but a lot of them are bad. So I've always wanted to play kind of the grandpappy. So yeah, I'm so looking forward to that. I don't know when we're gonna fit it in. Like I said, probably like around Christmas. Maybe that'll be my like Christmas break game. We'll try to zip through it or something. I'm not 100% certain. Going forward here, I just want to celebrate. We did a 3-hour stream and we didn't drop any frames. I'm not willing to say my internet is fixed yet, but if we hold out over the weekend, I might be willing to say that we've actually finished it. A little kiddish, but so that's because they've been censoring it, Kirk. They censored Disgaea 1 when they released it on the PC. But changing topics. So Friday we have Dominions, obviously, and it's going to be Andromania, so the good boys. So make sure you check that out. And on Saturday, assuming I have any kind of voice left after Friday, I actually have a limited playtest invite that I'm allowed to stream. So we will probably be playing that Saturday, and maybe a long stream if it's good. So that's a big maybe. And then I'll probably need Sunday to record, so I probably won't stream on Sunday. And then going into next week, I need to kind of make a decision about Dustland Delivery. I kind of want to finish the map. How close am I? Without like major spoilers, am I close to finishing this map with this main story quest? Because I kind of need to move on to another game, because Dustland Delivery really isn't doing it on the channel, but I also kind of want to finish. So if we're close, maybe I push on one more stream. And if we're not close, maybe we move on to the next game. If any of my Dustland people are still here. I'd be curious to know. Otherwise, I may have to look it up. And I try not to do that because I try to avoid spoilers the best I can. I think all my main Dustland Delivery people went to sleep. I may not have anyone who can tell me. Not close. Okay. By those standards. Okay. I'm gonna have to think long and hard on that. If you guys are like super hardcore Dustland fans, put a comment or something on the VOD. That does weigh on my decision. High Noon is the last. Okay, High Noon is the last main quest. Could I finish that in 3 hours, Makara? If I did one more stream? Coming up, I don't know exactly which game we're gonna do next, but I do have Riftbreaker. I think that would be a fun one to stream. And I also have Sengoku Dynasty is another one I kind of want to stream. So, and other things. So I have got a whole bunch more content coming. And like I said, Dustland Delivery is just, I'm having fun, but for the channel, it's not delivering. So I may finish it off stream if I need to. I'll give you a second more on that. Doubt we could do it in 6. Okay. I will weigh that into my decision. Okay, but you have to grind for some weapons and upgrade your rig. Okay. Yeah, I did kind of feel that we were pushing the limits of what our teams could do. 6 streams away at this. I do play slow, I'll fully admit that. Okay, I'll consider that pretty heavily then. So we may be looking at something fresh on Monday. I do, like I said, I do encourage you, if you're free on Saturday, I think it's going to be pretty cool. So I will try to get some the stream scheduled for that. Beyond that, though, my voice is shot and my time is up. So that's going to have to be it for the evening. As usual, if you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like on the stream. That helps me a ton. If you're not subscribed for some weird reason, I'd love to have you back. I hope I've earned your subscription. And as always, if you want to go above and beyond, super thanks, super chats, memberships, Patreon, check them out. Very appreciated. That support is what lets me buy things like Dustland Delivery and just try weird and wacky games, or Monster Breeder, or House of Legacy, etc., etc. So, play Microsoft and stuff. I do that all day at work, Kirk. Why would I want to do that? I literally spend like 90% of my work days in Excel and Google Sheets. So, no. I'm drawing the lines there. Okay, guys. Have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out. I will catch you later. Babble out.